no strap, back day. All right, guys, I pulled in to Elite and I go, oh no, and Chad's like, what's wrong? And I forgot my lifting bag at home. Daxton had his last regular season baseball game last night, so I had to empty the truck bed to put all the things in it that we needed for the last game of the year, so we had a big end celebration. So sadly, I had no belt, no straps, no headphones, none of that. And guess what? I still had a great session. So I want to urge everyone out there. I know that, like, for some people, like, headphones are a thing. Some people, like, they think they need straps to train back, or, you know, elbow sleeves for chest, or wrist straps for arms, knee sleeves for legs. Like, the amount of times I've either been traveling and left my stuff at home or the condo, or, you know, dear God, if my bag got stolen or taken, like, let's say I'm not going to say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to train today. Like, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna be back to when I was 18, 19, 16 years old training in a gym. Like, guess what? I didn't have any of that stuff when I was training for football. We didn't have straps, nothing. We had some chalk and maybe a belt for heavy sets of power cleans. So that's exactly what I treated like today. And I said, hey, you know what? I don't have straps, not a big deal. Let's talk through this workout and explain to everyone why I did what I did. So exercise number 1, straight on pull downs with a rope. You know I'm gonna start here. I just wanna get good and warmed up. No supersets here today to start. It was just a top set and a back off. I tried to get somewhere north of 10, and then for the back off, all I wanted to do was, like, really focus on the contraction. So if you notice with all of these reps, guys, is I'm really trying to lengthen the lat and then get a full contraction of every single rep. So watch this execution in form. If you need an example of, and listen to how Danny taught it to me, we'll link this video where she taught me how to really lengthen that lat through the straight out pull down. Exercise number 2. So I want to do a little bit different of a rotation here. So when not having straps, I was going to be really intelligent with my exercise selection and the handles that I chose, right? So exercise 1, I used the rope or a strap, so doesn't matter. Exercise number 2, I use the rotate handles without prime, don't need a strap. So the great thing about this exercise is it allows me to really drill my back, so I can go in from like a semi-pronated grip to when I'm at contraction, I'm in a fully neutral grip. This is great for contracting the back, but the bad thing is here at Elite, the range of motion of it is really short because of the way these carabiners are set up. So I can't get a full lengthened stretch. So with this, it was all about contraction. So I want you guys to focus what I did here. Just a top set and a back off. With a top set, I'm just trying to pull as many reps as I can with a heavy load, which I believe was 180 pounds today. And then for the back off, I dropped it to 130. And if you can see, I'm really drilling the contractions. Really trying to set down in that hole, drive my elbows on top of my rib cage. So you heard me say I didn't get a good stretch on exercise number 2, so I wanted to rectify that. I know I normally go straight on pull down to a row, but today I'm going 2 back-to-back pull downs, and this is a John Meadows special, the stretcher. So with this, I just simply did a rest pause set, and what I'm thinking about here is I don't need to let that entire lat get a huge stretch. So I'm ducking my head in between my arms and my shoulders, getting a huge stretch, and then popping up that posture and pulling that handle right to my lower pecs. So I'm telling you, this is an incredible exercise. John taught me this back in 2010, and from day one, I love this. Now, I know I'm using a baby handle and people want to throw shade at it, but I'm telling you, this feels incredible. So again, rest pause, 20-second rest between each mini set, 3 little sets to failure, and my back was thumping. And then to finish up that rest pause, all I did was just sit down in the seat and get a full massive stretch. I counted to 20 in my head pretty slow. I don't know actually how many seconds that was, but I would assume somewhere around 20. Next up, we're gonna start to row now. So we're going to the DY row, single arm seated today. I worked my way up, just starting at 2 plates, 3 plates for field sets, and then I just put on 4, and here's my work. I told Chaz I wanted to fight for 6 to 8, and I ended up getting 8 on both arms, so really happy with that. Back off, I just simply pulled 2 plates aside and thought about just drilling that low lat. So really letting the back open up and then driving my wrist towards my pocket and contracting that lat. Last upper back exercise of the day here, guys, and that's going to be a dumbbell row, step forward style. And I just worked my way up. I did a set with 70, a set with 100, and then I grabbed the 120, and I just tried to get 8 really just good, solid reps here. And at this point, like, my back was absolutely feeling it. And the great news is, like, my grip didn't give out this entire session where I'm normally used to training back with straps. It didn't affect me one singular bit today. Extremely happy with that upper back run. And then to finish today off, reverse hypers for sets of 20, supersetted with hanging leg raises for sets of 15. So with this, guys, nothing special, nothing fancy. All I'm thinking about here is drilling my low back, getting a little glute work, getting a little hamstring work, and this just, it lengthens my spine, decompresses it, and makes it feel incredible. There you have it, guys, start to finish. It took us about an hour and 10 minutes, and my back feels great. My lower back feels healthy. And as a whole, I'm just growing right now. So I need to stay in this groove. Like my whole body, I can just feel it expanding. Even the chiropractor said to me today, like I went in and she's like, Chris, she's like, you feel like you're cutting, but your neck is so thick I can't get my hands around it anymore. So that's the magic, right? Hey, you aren't fat, but you're really huge. Thanks, Dr. Brown. Really boosted my ego this morning, made me feel great, and know that I'm on the right path because she's not gonna lie to me. She's gonna say she prefers me smaller and downsized so she can manipulate me better. So, again, good feedback today, and that's from someone who's not gonna give me just smoke. It's the truth. So I gotta keep doing what I'm doing, pounding my meals, training like this session you see here, and I'm telling you guys, this is how I grow, this is how I grew. You just gotta keep at it, keep hammering that nail, right? Every time, a little bit more, a little bit more. And, it's that old adage of how you eat an elephant, right? One bite at a time. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna be tomorrow, but you just keep chugging, eating those meals, doing that Groundhog Day, and you will get better. If you like this video, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, Cripples TV.